wild and wacky pranksters.
Oh, we are.
But look, what happens in between? You know, when you're actually playing records and not talking on the air. Any funny stories of things that go on in your own little domain called Studio 2 here at Heart?
You really want to know?
Of course, I want to know.
I don't even like this late at night. I don't think I could tell you what really goes on in here.
Well, I'm gonna. Do you know what? You know that I'll get the gossip from somebody else.
No, they wouldn't tell you. Chikara, Posh Priscilla, who works on the show, they wouldn't tell you a thing. I trust them.
Is it true that David on a Thursday morning likes to come in dressed in a full nappy, sucking a dummy in order to do the show?
I don't know why it is, but Thursday is his day for that, yeah.
Does David need much writing for? I mean, you know, he always looks as if he's just coming up with it off the top of his head, but actually, well, he's actually quite foolish and stupid, isn't he? And obviously, none of the words are his own. They're all coming from you and being pushed into his delicate lips.
Yeah, absolutely right, Colin. Have you never seen the strings hanging off him and we're above him?
Is that what they call him, Prever the Puppet?
That's right, Prever the Puppet.
You got Cara and you've got your little gang thing going on. I mean, is it a lot of fun or are you just miserable like you are on Rockmania all the time?
No, it's fun. We have a hoot, yeah. The funniest stuff is the stuff that we do is off air. That's often funnier. And one of these days we will do a late night show with all the stuff that we don't do on the air at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Come on then, look, it's 1 something in the morning or possibly 2 something in the morning or whatever time they've put us out on this week. Tell us one of your amusing radio anecdotes.
I'll tell you, actually we did tell this one on the air, but it's the funniest thing that's ever happened is Victor Khayyam, the guy who was so impressed
that he bought the company.
Yeah. Victor Khayyam is chief executive of Remington, and he's one of the top 5 chief executives in the States, and he came in to plug this new gadget that you put in your ears to stop your ears popping when you fly on planes. It's this new gadget he's got. And he came in here and we did a great interview with him, talked about buying the company and the nose hair clippers and the whole stuff. Had a lot of fun. And Victor Khayyam leaves the studio just behind where Easy is now, and he walks out and there's a step that goes down just about a foot to leave the studio area, and he turned around to shake my hand.
I'll save it.
And fell.
Oh no!
Did a dive, did about a 12-foot dive right across the floor and skidded on his stomach. And there he is, chief executive of one of America's biggest companies, lying with his shirt up, his tie around his neck and his hair everywhere. And he didn't move for about 15 seconds. He didn't move, and I thought, oh my God,
he's dead.
We've killed Victor Khayyam, is what I thought. And then stupidly, here's the payoff: forgetting how litigious American CEOs can be.
What a big word from the man.
I said, you could sue us for that, Victor.
Hey!
At which point he just
really
looked
smart.
at me and left the building. And luckily, he's still alive.
To tell it well, it was a close shave. Thank you. If you could summarise your feelings toward David Prever in one small and cracking sentence, and I'll give you a little bit of a tick 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 tick. There's clocks all over the place. We'll give you a little clock in it. What would it be?
Well, he's a sharp talker. He's constantly dressed in purple. He's very amusing, and he needs to lose just a pound or 2.
Is it true that there's a photograph circulating the station of David Prever caught in a very uncompromising position with a polar bear?
No, the polar bear was me, and yes, that's true.
Talk me through your morning. What time does your alarm go off, and what do you do up until going off air?
Okay, I get in every morning at 5 a.m. Studio producer Will over there, produces the show, will confirm that I'm here every morning at 5 a.m.
5 a.m.
6:28. 6:28.
It's also true that David is deaf, dumb, and quite possibly stupid.
Well, that's obvious.
Is it true that...
Yes.
No, he didn't. Did he? Yeah. My God. Radio is an important part of the whole of the music industry, and certainly for the record buying public. When bands are trying to get onto radio stations' playlists, which is often the case, how do they do it? I mean, you know, if it's not as simple as just coming up to, hey, you do that